Young couple Catherine and Michael accepted a lucrative offer to participate in the experiment. All they have to do is spend 50 days together in the same room. The price will be $5 million, which Michael and Kate discuss with great enthusiasm what they will spend it on. The girl doubts that all this is true, because the conditions are too simple, and the reward is too great. Michael assures her that they were just lucky. He said that sometimes these things happen, and they just need to relax and enjoy the moment. There is nothing in the room except a bed, a shower, which, as it turned out, is intended for one person at a time, and a control model, through which they can learn about the rules of the room and get special food. The lights go off automatically at 10 o'clock, and Kate also set the alarm for 7 o'clock in the morning. All this condition seems easy for the couple, because the reward covers all the inconveniences. Catherine wonders why he's doing all this. He is a certain professor who is the founder of this project. As Michael tells it, earlier that same professor had found a remarkable family in the Middle America. Dad was a pastor, mom was a baker, and the children went to the only school in town. And then he spent $150 million to see what will happen if he made them as famous as the Kardashians. The professor did everything for them. Hollywood PR people, stylists, anything for his money. At first it all worked. The kids got important modeling contracts. Dad starred in commercials and film series, and mom became the manager of the factory. Then the wife shot her husband when she found him in bed with another woman, and went to the jail for murder. Almost 2 days have passed, and Michael begins to say that he hates watches, that they seems to have gone backward, and that he begins to feel that the seconds are longer than usual. The morning alarm clock that Kate said, which cannot be switched off, is becoming disastrously annoying to Michael, but he has no choice, and suddenly Michael finds a bug. It will seem an ordinary bug, but what will be better in a room where there is nothing? Michael decides to feed him, but he is warned that there is a rule. Food is for participants only. Michael understands that he should not do that. At some point, the guy said that he needs to let it outside. Michael begins to say to the camera that he is not going to leave the room, he just opened the door and let the bug out, to which Kate says that this is a bad idea. Suddenly Michael begins to tell his girlfriend that compassion has never been her strong suit, and the couple begins to argue. Catherine says that Michael is a vegetarian only because he wants to prove something to someone. Michael argues with her and tells her that in this world it is impossible to coexist and eat without killing anyone. The girl absolutely disagrees, and tells the guy that his problem is that his father gave him too much. This is where his stupid art came from, which he does. As a result, the couple argues and Catherine accidentally steps on a bug. Times go on, but not as fast as they would like. Michael tells his girlfriend that he has decided to take the fun. He reads in the rules that everyone can take two. However, it will cost $100,000 out of the prize money. Next, Michael receives a green crayon for fun, sacrificing $100,000. To which Catherine tells him that this amount will be deducted from Michael's share. Having received the crayon, the boy eagerly takes up the task and begins to paint out the walls of the white room. In a certain moment, Catherine asks Michael to paint her. Michael offers to draw her image with the painter's gaze, but the girl wants a natural portrait. As a result, Catherine says that Michael just can't draw her naturally, and that he's making nonsense. After the crayon runs out, boredom sets in again. Kate realizes that she overreacted and apologizes for being a jerk. The situation heads up when Catherine finds a loaded gun in the bedroom and starts saying that they're just being mocked, hinting that they have to use it sooner or later. Eventually, unable to figure out how to get rid of the gun, they throw it under the bed. The next day, Michael unexpectedly receives a video message from his sister, in which the guy's sister says a lot of unnecessary things. She laughs off Michael's decision to drag himself into the room and said that he probably did the right thing in taking his mind off Kate. Immediately after this, Kate receives a message from elderly man. The girl reacts very negatively and says she does not want to hear it. The elderly man tells her that he is in a nursing home, that he is fine, and begins to sing a children's song, telling her that he loves Katie very much. The next day, the girl admits that she lied to Michael about her father. She is ashamed of him, and there are good reasons for that. As it turned out, Kate's father drank their house and money savings for school, depriving the girl of the opportunity to grow up a normal person. Catherine becomes depressed because of the situation with her father, and Michael almost goes crazy with idleness. Trying to cheer Kate up leads nowhere, and at one point Michael says that he doesn't think he can handle it. Catherine begins to worry that Michael will give up and tell him to take the second entertainment, which will cost $250,000. And the entertainment turns out to be a naked girl, and that's where the fun begins. When Catherine comes out of the shower, she sees a completely naked girl, and Michael begins to make excuses, although he is not guilty of anything. The girl introduces herself as Simon, and tells her that she does not know about the Immaculate room. The agent found her a job, and one of the conditions of the contract was that she must be naked. Catherine becomes extremely jealous. She sees that Michael, though he does not show it, pays a lot of attention to another girl. The situation is aggravated by the fact that the new guest has nowhere to sleep. The guy said that he will sleep on the floor and the girls will sleep together, but Simone says this is nonsense, because the floor is concrete. In the morning, Catherine is glad that the girl has left the room. However, she meets her in the shower. All this tension and jealousy continues until Kate says she wants to have some fun, and the room tosses them some pills. Then they go on a rampage. When Michael eventually passes out, he sees a drowning child he can save. Michael wakes up, and Catherine calms him down, telling him that they're just flashbacks. Next we find out that the child he sees is Michael's brother. Michael was asked to look after him while his parents were away. As a result, the child falls into the pool. Michael dives in but fails to save him. When the boy comes to his senses, he has a conversation with Simon. He begins to share his feelings with her and tell her that the loss of his brother was a great psychological trauma for him. The girl tells him how she lost her mother, that many people face such difficulties in their lives and experience the loss of their loved ones. At the moment Catherine wakes up, she finds them holding hands. She gets jealous again. The girl begins to insult Simon, and finally Simon spitefully tells Kate that there may have been something between them. The next day Catherine does not find Simon, and is finally happy that she has left the room. But then she discovers the writing on the wall. Michael immediately starts saying that it's bullshit and that he didn't sleep with her. Kate said that Simon looks like his ex, and no wonder he's being so nice to her. Michael explains to her that it's all a room. The organizers are playing with her and trying to get her to be emotional. Catherine replies that there are no emotions. He slept with Simon and made her jealous. Completely losing her mind, Kate shouts to Michael, and he hits his head on the corner of the wall. The girl immediately rushes to him and apologizes that she didn't mean to do it and that it was an accident. Michael begins to tell her that he never gave her a reason to be jealous. He gave up everything for her. He forgot his rich friends, and all he had in return was reproach and jealousy. After Michael begins to say that he needs medical attention, Catherine tries to explain that they didn't have that option. If he leaves the room, then it's all over. Hearing that, Michael asks her a key question, asking her how far she is willing to go. Will she let him bleed out if he passes out? He tells Kate that she lost her head over money, but the girl denies it. Then Michael offers to leave the room together, but Kate is more determined to get the money than to give Michael medical attention. Michael tells her that it's not a room but a mirror. The professor has built all this to show them and test their moral qualities and spirituality, and they have failed this test. Money will not help them, and it's necessary to get out of here. When Michael tries to leave, Kate grabs a gun and threatens her boyfriend, then she will shoot him. Michael says that he doesn't believe Kate is capable of that. The only thing Catherine doesn't shoot at the ceiling, and Michael realizes what his girlfriend is all about and leaves the room. Then we see Kate continue to be alone, day after day, hoping to get the rest of the money. On the clock we see that there are 2 days to go, and Catherine heads for the button. After a while Michael meets his now ex-girlfriend Kate on a joke. He tells her they haven't seen each other in a while, and suggests a walk. Michael asks if she ended up getting money for participating in the Immaculate room, but Kate doesn't answer his question. At the end we are shown a sign on the building where Catherine came out, thanking her for the anonymous donation, which hints to us that the girl didn't leave the room after all, while receiving the rest of the prize money.